Here we're looking at the thyroid and parathyroid glands. The thyroid controls metabolic rate, while the parathyroid focuses on calcium balance. When the thyroid isn't functioning properly, metabolism is affected. Iodine deficiency can lead to goiter because the gland keeps growing without producing enough hormone. This feedback loop shows how the hypothalamus, pituitary, and thyroid work together. When thyroxine levels rise, they shut down further stimulation. Parathyroid hormone raises blood calcium by acting on the intestines, kidneys, and bones, all at the same time. This diagram shows opposing hormones maintaining calcium balance. Calcitonin lowers calcium, while parathyroid hormone raises it. Now we'll shift from calcium balance to how the body responds to stress. The adrenal glands sit on top of the kidneys and release hormones like cortisol and epinephrine that help the body handle stress. This diagram shows how stress signals travel from the brain to the adrenal glands, triggering both fast and slow responses. The adrenal medulla handles short-term stress, while the adrenal cortex manages long-term stress responses. Stress increases CRF, which increases ACTH, which increases cortisol, a classic endocrine cascade. Short-term stress increases heart rate and blood glucose quickly. Long-term stress focuses on sustained energy supply. Cortisol follows a daily rhythm, rising overnight and peaking just before you wake up. This loop shows cortisol feeding back to the brain to prevent overproduction. This table summarizes how stress hormones increase glucose availability and cardiovascular activity. Chronic stress can raise blood pressure, heart rate, and blood sugar, creating serious health risks. The nervous and endocrine systems work together to manage stress, but long-term activation can be harmful. The pancreas regulates blood glucose using two hormones, insulin and glucagon. After eating, insulin lowers blood glucose. Between meals, glucagon raises it. Insulin and glucagon work against each other to maintain stable blood glucose levels. This diagram shows how feedback keeps blood glucose within a narrow range. Diabetes occurs when cells can't properly absorb glucose from the blood. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune condition where insulin is not produced, requiring lifelong insulin therapy. In type 2 diabetes, insulin is produced, but cells don't respond properly. It's strongly linked to lifestyle factors. Insulin promotes nutrient storage, while glucagon promotes nutrient release. Insulin works by binding to receptors, triggering enzymes that move glucose into cells. Before insulin therapy, diabetes was fatal. Banting and Best's work led to one of the most important medical discoveries ever. The work of Banting and Best was groundbreaking and provided a new lease on life for those afflicted with the disease. To finish, multiple hormones influence blood sugar, but insulin and glucagon play the central roles.